So, news has come out about Forspoken's PC specs, and well, here we go again. So, Revo's here. We're just gonna go right into it here. It was released a couple days ago. Forspoken's PC requirements that was released for the game. And man, oh man, are they a doozy. I don't know what they were thinking. Well, when this came out, they are saying in order to run this game, just on the minimum, if you're looking at this here, this it's way over, right? They're saying let's go with recommended. Let's not do minimum. Recommended, you need an Intel Core i7 87K or AMD Radeon RX 6700. Uh, the graphics card, it basically needs to be almost top of the line too, and it needs 24 gigs of memory. You basically need to almost have a top of the line computer just to run this game on your PC. And let's not even talk about Ultra, where you need 32 gigs and to play 60 frames per second. And anything under the Ultra settings, you're running at 30 frames a second. And so this is a very heavy toll that they're asking for this game as far as for what a PC can run. And so people are outraged. Well, I'm going to play a little bit of a devil's advocate here. Why I need to see, well, we can't say I need to see, but let's talk about why these PC specs can be so bad. One of them is it could just be, people forget this, this game probably was just more solely focused on consoles. For the demo I did on this channel, which is I live streamed it. That was on my PS5 and it ran very well. It ran higher than 30 frames. This could be just a bad PC port. People forget things like, I don't know, Gotham, or not Gotham, Batman Arkham Knight, which ran amazing and was amazing for the console players. And it was almost unplayable for PC players for almost a year. I personally had bought Arkham Knight on release and just I had issues even trying to boot up the game. I never actually ended up playing it because how bad it was trying to get into it and how crashy, how much it would crash. I couldn't do it, but for the systems ran like butter. That could be a situation because remember, these are the PC requirements. Another issue is the fire element. Now on this channel, I personally, back in the time of when Gotham Knights came out and people were outraged about that being 30 frames a second, I covered an issue about fire, and it has been a thing in gaming that is kind of unspoken, unspoken, where when coming to game development, and especially in Unreal Engine and these things, using fire elements tend to bog down the frames. There's something with the flicker in fire and trying to make realistic fire where it causes random frame dips. There's several other channels I've went into exclusively. I made a Plague Tale video exclusively showing that the game would run fine, but once it came time for her to use fire for the rats, the frames would just would dang near crash. Now, where this comes into effect with this game is the main characters, half of her off, she has two skill trees. She has offensive, she has defensive, which allows her to heal, buff, and she has one, she has a more of a offensive side, which allows her to do her moves, to hurt and kill, of course. half of her offensive spell tree is fire. She has a flame sword. She has flame missiles. She has massive fire explosion. This could very well, and I will probably chart that and show and do a thing about that if the case. That could very well be where you're going to see a lot of the frags dipping when she uses these spells with massive fire explosion. If it causes the game to get bogged down and just like kind of start staggering. And so this is something I'm not surprised over. When I played it, I had it in my mind, but again on the PS5, it wasn't seeming like such a big issue. In fact, on the PS5, I'm fairly certain it was running higher than 30 frames. Now, this is not the only news that has came out about this game that's casting doubt. There's also a review embargo that will not be lifted up off this game until January 22nd. Now, this game comes out January 23rd. That's next Monday. So, for you to have the embargo lift the day before, that looks skeptical to a lot of people. People are figuring, why would you do that unless you know this game is trash? Why do that? Why make it such a small window unless you're trying to get everybody that you can get them? Don't give enough time to do the research to get the game. Now, this game's already been in kind of a dim light looked at because the demo didn't hit that well. Covered that on this channel. And then the creators said that they did that just so you could get a gist of the game. That's not actually at all what will happen in the game. They made that world just so you could play around with the character and get the feel. But this is also being designed by Square Enix. Last couple of years, Square Enix has not had a good track record. Forspoken was supposed to be released March of 2022. So you actually seeing that this game was pushed back 2 months from a whole year. You factor that in with the fact that their last couple of bombs outside of things, the last couple of games outside of things Final Fantasy related have been horrible duds. Babylon's Fall didn't do well. Outriders, the World Slayer that came out this fall that passed, I played it. I liked Outriders. It has potential, but I already know that franchise is dead. And then, of course, there's Marvel Avengers that came out near the beginning of the pandemic. So, like, they're really sputtering here. You mix that in with the mixed reviews and the already so light this game was under, and this game is under a very dark cloud right now. Now, I was just playing devil's advocate for some of it. I played the game, I liked it, but even I gotta admit, this is kind of heavy. I think if you are going to pick up this game, if you are interested in this game, 1, wait. 2, console. If I was to get this game, I would get it on the console. I would not get it. My PC I'm not going to sit there and you need 32 gigs. Most times you need that for like heavy video and audio design editing. Why would the game need 32 gigs to run on Ultra? This just sounds like they did not port it and convert it enough for PC. But that's my take. I do hope you just do your research. Let me know what you think. This is Revos.